back at it.
After midnight.
Hey, come on now.
Justin Hunt right there, you know what I mean?
Hey, that track is nice. It's a really upbeat,
Yeah,
good
man.
tempo, make you feel
record,
good.
Feel good
Yeah.
record. Like you said off the mic, you was like, when's the last time you heard a breakdown in a record? You know what I'm saying?
It's
You don't
rare.
get rarely hear that, but that shows how musical you are, man. Shout out to Tucker Paris in the chat room right now. She said, man, she's feeling that
Hey,
nice
boo.
track.
Oh,
She
man.
said, shout out to Justin Hunt, he killed. She didn't put the he's. She said, he killed.
He killed,
He
bro.
killed. You know what I mean? If you want to go in and follow him, hit him up. Justin Hunt with 2 N's, that is. Justin Hunnent, man. Go on and follow him on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, man. Is it? But you got Black Planet or something, so you can hit your
Hey, right.
BlackPeopleMeet.com. All that. Wow, man. Justin Hunt.
POF, no,
Man, you don't want to go to the Black Panic
Yeah, right.
I got the most star shots. You remember star shots in the mall?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
Lakewood.
Yo, I gotta tell you a crazy story. Yo, I took a picture in star shots, right? And actually in Delamo.
Delamo. Okay,
In
they got
Delamo.
one too.
Dog, I'm
Marcy.
telling you, I came in there, and a lady said somebody came in here and stole your picture out the
front?
wall,
Are
out the
you
front.
serious?
Yeah, because you know they used to have
Yeah,
examples. So they said somebody came in here and stole your picture out the wall.
That's some bullshit. You serious?
It's crazy.
On it, man. On it.
You had groupies back then.
Nah, this is crazy.
Oh my God, he got the star shot.
All right, man, so look, kids, talk about, man, what's this leading up to, man? You got the track you just released, obviously. Good night.
Yeah,
Get it on
yeah.
iTunes, available right now. And you got the show on the 24th, man. The first time performing in 5 years.
Yeah.
What is this leading up to, man? What can we expect from
This
Justin
is
Hunt
just the
2000?
beginning, man. I mean, you know, the show, first of all, the show is at Rooftop 3100.
Absolutely.
Dope spot.
Downtown.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
make sure you know, pre-sale tickets, we got all that. Make sure you following me on Instagram to get all that information.
Okay.
But we're leading up to the debut project, man.
Word.
I got a lot of songs that I'm working on and finishing up. I mean, it's a process. You know, I started this about 6 months ago, so
Word.
now, you know, we're coming around into, you know, putting everything together and piecing everything up, and it's basically like, you know, putting a puzzle together.
Right,
you know,
right,
like
figuring
each
it all
piece is important.
And
Each
it's important.
mix is important. I mean, really taking my time to make sure that my introduction as an artist, as a solo artist,
Right.
is the right one, and
should.
it's one that you can look forward to as far as future projects and future things. And so, so that should be probably by the end of the summer.
Okay.
We should have something, just a solid body of work.
Now,
Yeah.
you said 6 months you've been working on this.
Yeah.
Prior to that, what have you been doing as of before then?
Before then, I was writing a lot and working with a lot of artists that were signed to record companies.
Nice.
and helping them with development and things like that. I wrote some music for my Sean.
Nice, okay.
Shout out to my Sean. I worked with some music on Aaron Fresh,
Okay.
who was signed to Incredible Records.
Oh, with Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon,
Okay.
yeah.
So, which
You did some shit with Nickelodeon too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I also work with this girl named Celestina, who's, you gotta look out for her real soon.
Word.
She's like a MIA, but like even gutter. Like it's
Oh.
crazy. Like her sound is dope. Working with her, you know. So I've just been writing, man. You know, ever since I got my first placement with on the New Boys album.
Right.
From then it was just like, you know, going in there and writing joints, and people were calling up like, yo, you know, we need you to write songs.
Dope.
And so that's why
Just
I'm
staying
doing.
active.
Yeah,
That's a dope thing. And because the thing is,
Absolutely.
a lot of people, they don't understand that when they see somebody, you know, out of the limelight, they think that it's a rap or they're not working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest misconceptions in the industry as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Well, period. You know, people don't see you in the limelight, they think you're not working. So I definitely want to
Definitely,
talk
man.
about that.
And yeah, and also I developed this cat right here. Y'all see him right here?
LaFonz.
LaFonz.
Hello.
He's in the building.
We had him back in December, man.
Yeah.
I know, I missed that show.
LaFonz, man.
Yo, man.
My bad.
Yo,
It is
man.
my bad.
So I helped with his first project that he
Nice.
put out, his
Nice.
mixtape, and then in his new music, which, you know, he's a lot older now,
Yeah.
so, you know, we
LaFonz said next time he coming up here, he gonna have a mixtape. He gonna start cussing on the next joint. He said, "Look, this one is gonna be
Hey, that's how
clean,
you know
but
when
the
it's
next
real.
one is
When
it's
That's
gonna be
right.
real."
When you start cussing.
Hey, that was the
I remember I
hot
tried to
topic.
sneak my damn in front of my mom one time, and
She
looked.
slapped
I
the
was like,
shit out of
I
you.
gotta wait 2 more
Yeah,
years.
you got it.
Yeah, no,
It
so
ain't ready.
I'm excited about his project, man.
Yeah.
He's really talented, really talented. So, and he's coming to his own. But to answer your question, man, about, you know, you never know what's going on. I mean, it's true. You know, you don't know what people are doing behind the scenes, and the key to, you know, I think any successful business is just staying active and staying busy, because, you know, eventually those things are gonna start floating to the surface. You're gonna start hearing about, oh, that's Justin who wrote that, or that's you know who did that, and you know. And they go, oh, and then they start making the connections.
And that's part of the connecting the dots, like you were saying.
Right.
Puzzle, man. And help people reach back as to other things that you did. Like,
and then you build those relationships too. You're building relationships with people. You're interacting with artists, and you know, and so as soon as you start to float up, you know, they're giving you shout outs, and you giving them shout outs, and we just build each other up together, you know. So
now, what do you think one of the biggest things that you've learned over the years, man, from the past 10 years plus, you know, just from you being in your first studio session to obviously now reintroducing your music? What's one of the biggest lessons? Because the thing is, we have a lot of upcoming artists that listen to the show.
Yeah.
Trying to get their name out there, and they see you, they're like, man, he's actually, you know, going to be performing at Rooftop. He's got this one, he's writing for so-and-so. You know, what's one of the biggest pieces of advice that you can give an upcoming artist that's out there right now?
oh man, well, the first piece of advice overall is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe that God has given you something. He's given you a message that he wants to deliver, you know, and that your talents and your gifts are bigger than what you think they are, you know, because you're going to influence the next generation. You're going to influence the next person coming up. So that's that's first of all. Second of all, don't worry about time. If you're thinking about time, like how long is it going to take, you can't put a time limit on it, because, you know, only God knows what your timing is, you know. But, you know, the key is to stay active, stay busy, keep doing what you're doing. And that's probably one of the biggest things I you know, it's really simple, but it's really difficult too, because you can really doubt yourself. You know, you can really, you know, you can really doubt, like, man, is this really for me? Am I really gonna make it? Are people really gonna be into what I'm talking about? You know, but, you know, I believe with all my heart, man, once you get rid of what other people think about you and you start believing, that's when things start to happen.
Now, what does Justin Hunt feel like his message to the world, the industry is? You're talking about that message, and understanding that message. What do you feel like your message is?
Man, my message is just about, you know, like I said, believing in yourself, and just really focusing in on your craft and developing that, and also getting into everything that's behind that craft. Meaning, you know, you're studying the music, if that's what you're into, or you're studying people in that industry or whatever, and you really are focused in on being the best at what that is. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, my whole mantra is just about just believing, man. Believing in yourself.
That's important, man. And for the people that are listening, man, shouts out to the folks that are in the chat room. Shouts out to everybody. That's some real word right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, the 24th, they can go on and what can they grab tickets? There's a specific website that they can go get tickets from to Rooftop.
Yeah, definitely. If you want pre-sale tickets, you can follow my manager at Fonzel Harris. Contact him through any of the social media through that. You can follow at Rooftop 3100. Contact them. You know, any one of those can get you tickets to that. Pre-sale tickets at $10. Make sure you know, jump on it, because they selling quick.
Man, they going out there, man. Now, I definitely want to shout out to the whole fam that's in the house with us right now. Fonzel Harris, man. Appreciate you guys always coming up through. Shout out to the young nephew in the house, the Fonz, man. What's going on? All of y'all, man. Regal City ENT.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to tell the people that shit, since you on the mic, let them know, anything that's going on, anything?
Yeah. Well, first of all, shout out to the whole team of Regal City. You know, Nita, who's not here.
Right.
Of course, Don Wesley, who's a part of the Regal City team. J-Hawk, Fizz. You can follow at Regal City ENT for all the artists on there, and RegalCityENT.com if you want more information about all the artists that are signed to Regal City. You know, I'm just excited, man, to get back out here and to give you guys, you know, just some magic, man. I mean, honestly.
Do you have a name for the project?
No name yet.
Gotcha.
No name
in the
yet.
works.
No,
lying.
Everything's in the works.
He lying.
And he got some great
I
media training.
saw Fonzel signal him like, nah.
He did that.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Tell us what's the name of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the address to the video shoot?
Now with this project, will the whole project sound similar to the song that we just played, or is it going to be a mixture of?
You know what? Each song has its own personality.
Okay.
Which is which I think is great. What I love about different albums is when you can hear a song and it relates directly to you, whatever that song may be, you know. But it's all cohesive. It all works together, right? Like if you heard Thriller and you heard Beat It, and then you heard Billie Jean, they're two different, you know, opposite ends of the spectrum, but they all work together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Billie Jean gets you, you know, makes you feel one way, and Beat It makes you feel another way.
Right.
And so, so all of the songs have their own particular personality, and but everything is gonna have live instrumentation.
Nice.
So that's what
the key
I'm
component.
really excited about.
That's cool.
That's
you know,
nice.
Do you play any instruments?
no, I don't play
Wow, so you calling everybody out.
Right.
no,
Hey, get on in.
I'm just surprised.
You don't play. You don't play like the clarinet.
No,
Damn, the
I-
clarinet. You didn't even say the trumpet, the
Nah,
sax.
like flute.
I guess I consider myself just an arranger of music. I can
Gotcha.
just hear sounds and notes and grooves,
Right.
and then I just, you know, I tell the musicians who study that craft like what's, you know, what I'm feeling and what kind of vibe I want, and then we produce it together.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you go in the studio to create something, like say a song you want to create, like
Yeah.
are you temperamental? Like does it matter? Like if you just got into it with a female, or do you make songs
Where
based
you
on
get
that?
your best material from?
Yeah, like you know,
gotta
you
be
can give us
heartbroken.
a
Right,
confession
that
one
makes
day.
the best
You know what I'm
music,
saying?
huh?
Based on some stuff you went through. Or,
You know what, man? Music is spiritual to me. It's all about where your spirit is. You know what I mean? So yeah. So to answer your question, if I just got into an argument with a girl, then yeah, my whole vibe's gonna be thrown off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My whole
Well,
mind's
that's
gonna
when
be
we get the
off.
best albums. Though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
saying? People
That's
got
what they
those-
say.
And I've told girls before, like, don't argue with me today. Like, I gotta go in the
Look.
studio. Like,
Don't make a hit about you.
right? Like, you know, let's try and figure out a way that we can make this work. 'Cause,
Right,
you know,
right.
but yeah, I mean, it's just based on, you know, I think it's very spiritual. You know, you gotta leave the room, leave the door open for God to come in, right?
Gotcha.
And so yeah, so I mean, and all of these, even Goodnight. I mean, there's certain instruments on Goodnight that were mistakes.
Word.
Yeah,
They
like
just kept it.
just mistakes. Like, okay, this isn't in sequence, but it was like, man, that
It was
feels
in the
great,
song.
and I could have never did that. I could have
Right.
never ever said that's the way I want it to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Just going with the flow of things.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you a rehearsed animal because I've seen you get in before. When you putting together the shows for
Yeah.
new material,
yeah,
what is that like? Do you go in? Do you got like a big mirror, or
I
you know what I'm
can't.
saying, a mirror and a brush?
A beer.
A brush.
right. Yeah, brush.
What is that
I
like?
do
No, I'm
that.
trying.
I
I don't
used to do
dance, so I want to know like what is that like? Like
You know what, man? It
do you
it's
do
a lot of
hella
different things.
push-ups?
No, it's a lot of different. I mean, it starts, you know, obviously with a plan. You gotta have a plan. You gotta
Yeah.
know where you're going. This show in particular, we got a band, a full 8-piece band. So
Nice.
it's gonna be crazy. But you know, I do a lot of practicing in my own mirror. You know, being at home in my pajamas.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
people do. Like rappers write their
Yeah.
stuff on the toilet and shower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like dancers, they be at home in the
In
mirror
the
doing their
hallway,
thing.
Yeah,
sliding
man,
across that
On
night.
the
Man.
toilet in real life. I know 2 hit records right now that was written on the toilet.
What Dear Mama one of them?
Huh?
Dear Mama.
No.
That's taking no, it was.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's new.
I didn't know about that. That's 3.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, most of the stuff from moves and just feeling comes from, you know, feeling it out in front of the mirror and you know,
Same
just
goes from
vibe,
there.
just
Yeah.
feel, yeah.
Before we go, quick question, last thing.
I mean,
The
I can answer
craziest-
a question all day. Go
The
ahead.
craziest thing that's happened to you or around you while you were just say performing or in a performance atmosphere.
Ooh, while I was performing, there was actually a performance
Don't give us the
where a
the
girl,
turned down version.
a girl jumped on stage, took all her clothes off, turned upside down on her
And
head,
start twerking.
and started pussy popping
Wow.
on the
On
stage.
their hands now? Are
Yeah,
y'all
right.
serious? Did
What
y'all
was that?
True story.
Did y'all record this?
True story.
It's recorded?
True story.
Where's the video? We want to see
It
this.
was in Hollywood.
Oh, you got the video. Okay, we're gonna go to the
right
song.
back after these
Yeah, yeah, I want to see that.
Bliss, you had a question.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, hurry
You're
up.
a huge.
I'm trying to see the video.
You little perv. You're such a perv. You're a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
Now, did you hear about the rumors about Michael Jackson
Oh,
having a
Escape?
son?
Yeah. Oh,
And
about the son? Oh,
About
yeah.
the son and it being Mickey Taylor's son.
Wait, what?
B. Howard.
You didn't? Yeah. Mickey Howard, not Mickey.
Oh, I was like Mickey Taylor.
Not Mickey Taylor. shit.
Yeah, I'm like shit.
Man.
She like 23.
Yeah. Okay.
But how do you feel about that? Do you think that that's his son? And do you think that song was really for her?
Billie Jean.
The Billie Jean
Billie
song.
Jean.
Because they said the song was
I don't know.
written
I
about
believe,
her.
I believe Billie Jean is like what Quincy said, that he was the father of one of the girls' twins. Y'all figure that out. Yeah, no. But to answer it, man, you know, I don't know. Obviously, they got, you know, proof of whatever. It's a lot of controversy about that. I know B. Howard, that's my boy.
Do he look like Michael?
He does, and he sounds like him too. And it's crazy. And we, you know, I'm sure he hears that all day, all long, you know, all day long or whatever. But, you know, but he and I, cool. We worked on records together. I wrote a song for him a couple months ago, actually. And so we've always been close. He worked with us during the O&E days. So, you know, that's my boy. Yeah, shout out to B. Howard.
Real quick, also shout out to Malaysia. Shout out to Los Angeles. When I say Malaysia, I don't mean like a person. We mean the country. Shout out to y'all that's tuned in.
Yes.
Shouts out to Linwood. We got Philippines up in the house, man, and everybody else that's just tuned in, man. Some of these Los Angeles, U.S. So thank y'all for tuning on in. We got Justin Hunt in the building with us right now.
Man.
Last time, go on and follow him on Twitter, Instagram at Justin Hunt. That's with 2 N's. I'm sorry, Justin Hunt with 2 N's on the Hunt. So go on. And the 24th, man, go on and turn up with us at Rooftop 3100 off of Wilshire, man. Just
Check out his
website, justin-hunt.com.
Yeah, man.
See the
Just one
video?
in, right? Just one in on
Just one in on that.
There
Yeah,
we go.
the
Check out
social
the
media
video.
got too.
There we go. All right, we appreciate you coming on through, man, and hanging out with us, man.
Ah,
Any last words?
Looking all
I just
dapper.
appreciate y'all, man. You know, this is my first time meeting you.
I know,
but
it's nice to
it's
meet
been,
you.
you know, great. And then Chuck, we got
Back in the day, man.
DJ Head, shout out, man. Come to the show. I hope it's better than the Oni. I hope I make #1 in your top 3.
Man, you know what? It's gonna be hard to top those. I'm just being honest with you.
I'm very
The
gonna
O&E
chip
show
the
is
show.
crazy.
AP's band though, so we're gonna see what it's gonna do, man. Let's get back into some music.
Yeah.
I guess we can get in some new here the week, man. DJ Head, we're gonna come right back. We got the homie Grim that's gonna be up next. We also got Gold Rush Kings in the house with us, so y'all stay tuned. We're on HomeGrownRadio.net, bringing radio back to its roots.
HomeGrownRadio.net.
Thank you.
No problem, baby.
Yo, y'all see what just happened? Justin Stuff Radio. We are wrapping it up. We having fun. The road to the rooftop. April 24th. Yeah,
Top 3100, be there, be square, Bliss,
Get you on the call. That's Young Nephew here playing in the background. There go Young Nephew, right?
While the haters just watch. I'ma hit my 2-step, look at her, not you. Cause she tryna get popped.
What's up? We here. HomeGrown Radio. Just did the interview. This is my new family right here.
This is family from day one. We just got the extended family now.
Yeah, I'm extended. This one's just me, no,
Regal.
Boy Fonzel, we got Justin Hunt. He just did an amazing job on Homegrown Radio. We got Young Nephew. We got right here LaFonz. Justin, go ahead and tell them how you
Yo,
felt.
oh man, so excited to be home in Inglewood, doing a radio show, man. Just a blessed situation. Happy to have the team out. Chuck, shout out to Chuck, man. We had so much fun, man. You caught all the footage. You seeing behind the scenes of the Justin Hunt experience. I hope y'all are enjoying it. I'm having a good time. Y'all having a good time?
Had a great time.
Let's do it.
On the way.
Let's do it.